If you want to start an argument between a group of gay men, bring up the topic nobody wants to talk about. No, I'm not talking about politics or religion. What I'm talking about is labels. What do we call ourselves? Gay? Queer? Homo? Can we refer to ourselves as fat, or is that still an offensive word? In this week's video, I'm taking a look at negative words reclaimed by the gay community.
Follow the yellow brick road.
Born this way, I'm gay, girl, I'm gay.
Did you know there was a time when gay meant something completely different? The word gay arrived in the English language during the 12th century from Old French, and when translated into English, the word's primary meaning was joyful, carefree, bright and showy. For example, the optimistic 1890s were referred to as the gay 90s. But even as early as the 17th century, the word gay was associated with sexual immorality. Referring to a carefree woman as a gay woman meant that she was a prostitute, but that was saying it in a nice way. A carefree man was called a gay man, and that meant that he was a womanizer who was carefree and didn't care what people thought about him. But then again, you also got the term gay boy, which was a young man or a boy serving male clients. This was also the earliest recorded evidence of the word gay being associated with homosexuality. By the mid-20th century, the word gay evolved into the term to describe homosexuality and has been the most acceptable term, accepted largely by the gay community as well as the general public. But why is this term more acceptable than others? We changed the meaning of the word, so slurs from the past can be rebranded into something positive. It's not that far-fetched if you think about it. The word queer became an anti-homosexual slur during the trials of Oscar Wilde. Oscar Wilde was branded a sodomite during the trial, and the press labeled him as snob queer. And unfortunately, the slur stuck for the next century. The word queer got rebranded in the 80s and 90s during the AIDS crisis, with many gay people chanting, "We're here, we're queer." And during the darkest chapter of gay history, the word queer became a protest mantra that empowered the minority. In the years that followed, queer became an umbrella term for the diverse LGBTQ community. And today, the word queer denotes a sexuality or gender identity that doesn't correspond to the established ideas of sexuality and gender, neither gay nor straight. The word queen used to be an anti-gay slur, but it was reclaimed by the gay community, by the ever-growing drag community. You get drag queens and you get drag kings. The word went from anti-gay slur to an empowering term to describe someone who is bold and brave.
I knew I was in the wrong body when I was a kid. I always wanted to go to the pool shirtless and I couldn't.
So it's evident that anti-gay slurs can be reclaimed and turned into something positive. But what about the word f***? Why hasn't that word been reclaimed by the gay community? It is still frowned upon by many and is the gay equivalent of the N-word. Should the F-word ever be reclaimed and turned into a protest mantra that empowers the minority?
It's been nearly 4 years since a brutal attack on a gay couple in South Beach.
Police say he pulled out a sharp object, slashed the man across the left cheek, made anti-gay comments, then left.
A local man attacked right outside his home says he was the target of a hate crime.
Well, police are looking for two men who attacked a gay man in South Kansas City last night.
As a result of considering all of the evidence, I conclude that it is very likely that gay hate crimes were committed at the relevant location at around the time Scott died.
Throughout the last 6 decades, gay men have died with that word ringing in their ears. It's controversial to reclaim a word that rings so painful to so many people. It is a word fueled by anger, the AIDS stigma and the dark gay scene of the 80s and 90s. Public apologies are issued for racial slurs and public images are smeared, but calling somebody a gay slur barely makes headlines in many countries across the world. It would be a sign of progress if we've come to a time where the word is treated equally as the N-word. Some people say by rebranding the word queer in the 80s was revolutionary. And if reclaiming slurs is a way of fighting oppression, giving power to the F-word would make it a battle cry. What do you think? Should we reclaim the F-word and make it our own? Make it a powerful mantra that would eventually make the hatred behind it become non-existent like we did with the word queer? Or should the F-word be forgotten to time and history? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thank you so much for watching this video. I've got another playlist of historic videos. You can watch it by clicking on this link over here, or you can check out some of the other great videos on my channel by starting with this link over here. As always, remember to click like and subscribe. It will help with the algorithm. It will help. Don't know why my tongue is getting twisted there. It will help with the algorithm, so other viewers like yourself can find my videos on YouTube. And remember, I'm on Patreon. Check it out if you want. You don't have to. But anyway, I'll see you in the next video.